Charlotte here. Welcome to day 2 of our 30-day journey together. If you caught yesterday's video, I hope it provided you with the support you were seeking. Perhaps you needed reassurance that you're not alone. Or maybe something I said resonated with your own story. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. My faith has been my anchor, even though I continue to grapple with fears, doubts, and uncertainties about the future. Each day, I'm learning to choose between dwelling on my own fragile thoughts and feelings or embracing what doesn't come naturally, relying on God moment by moment. Loneliness has been one of my challenges. While I know in my heart that I'm not alone because my relationship with Jesus, it often takes time for that truth to reach my emotions. Recently, I listened to C.S. Lewis's A Grief Observed on Audible. His honesty about losing his beloved joy was refreshing. He writes, "No one ever told me that grief felt so like fear. I am not afraid, but the sensation is like being afraid. The same fluttering in the stomach, the same restlessness, the yawning. I keep on swallowing." I've experienced feelings that are hard to explain and have struggled to express them for fear of the confused reactions from those who want to understand but simply can't because they haven't had the experience. There have been times I felt completely alone, wishing for someone to truly listen. Luckily, I've been blessed with many sympathetic friends and family. For me, loneliness has taught me to rely on God more than on others for my needs. There were times I cry out to God saying, "I need someone to talk to, someone with skin on." He's been gracious in providing support, but nothing can compare to the comfort of a relationship with Jesus. His presence is profound and reaches depths only He can touch. We are created in His image, designed to seek and honor Him. When we ignore that longing, we miss out on His support, leaving us feeling adrift. But His grace is always sufficient, guiding us gently through our darkest moments. Here's an entry from my journal, May 2018. My mama was moved to a hospice house around 2 a.m. this morning. While it's a relief to know she's getting the care she needs, I miss her presence in our home. The familiar sounds, the gentle hum of the oxygen machine and her labored breaths are gone. It's so quiet now. The grief is overwhelming. I miss her so much. I'm at a loss with what to do with myself this morning. I had a routine built around her needs. What does my day look like now? I feel so grateful for the 8.5 months that we shared together after being apart for about 40 years. She had a way of making me laugh, often without even trying. I see bits of her quirky spirit in myself, which brings me a smile. My mama faced many hardships. There were times she didn't know where her next meal would come from. She raised 9 children. I am the oldest. And she worked hard for 25 years without missing a day. She was as reliable as the mailman, braving any weather to get to work. I believe the last 6 years of her life were her best. My sister Robin cared for her for 5 of those years and deserves immense credit for her foresight and dedication. She managed finances, prepared for Mama's passing, and took her to doctor's appointments. Robin is the epitome of strength and tenacity, and I deeply admire her. Maria, our family nurturer, has always been there for Mama as well. Her selflessness has been a tremendous support for me, providing much needed breaks and those cherished Starbucks moments. These past few weeks have been beautiful, watching my siblings, nieces, nephews, brothers in law, and significant others come together for Mama. Sundays felt like our childhood all over again when we gathered at Grandma's house, filled with laughter and delicious food. Last week, these wonderful people were at my home, sitting with Mama nearly every day. Mama will always be remembered for her quiet nature, but she came alive in the presence of her grandchildren. Jeff, Christy, Caleb, Katie, and Nathan had a knack for drawing her out. She didn't speak much, but when she did, it was meaningful. So we learned to listen closely. We often wished for more words of love and affirmation from her, but she gave us what she could. And for that, I'm forever grateful. She did her best with what she had, and she is my Mama. She deserves all the honor today. Maybe you have lost your mom, and you can relate to this story. At this very moment, I hope and pray that you can experience God's peace and His love that will settle your heart, soul, and spirit in Him. Isaiah 26:3 says, "You will keep in perfect peace all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you." May we learn to do that every day in this journey. Again, please share your story in the comments. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and share. I'm excited to hear from all of you. I hope that you look forward to day 3 on Wednesday.